Over 1,400 years ago, in the solitude of a mountain cave near Mecca, a moment occurred that would change the course of human history. It was a moment when divine revelation touched the earth, when the heart of one man became the vessel for God's final message to mankind. This is the story of the first revelation. This is the story of the beginning of Islam. At the time, the city of Mecca was a center of trade, culture, and idol worship. The Kaaba, once built by Prophet Abraham and his son Ismail as a house for the worship of one God, had become surrounded by over 360 idols. The people had strayed far from the path of monotheism. Among them lived a man known for his truthfulness, integrity, and compassion, Muhammad ibn Abdullah. May the peace and blessing of Allah be upon him. He was not yet a prophet, not yet a messenger, but Allah had chosen him for a mission of unimaginable weight. And that moment was drawing near. 1. The personality of the prophet. May the peace and blessing of Allah be upon him before revelation. Muhammad, may the peace and blessing of Allah be upon him, was deeply disturbed by the corruption and injustice he saw around him, tribal wars, the oppression of the weak, and the widespread worship of idols. His heart yearned for truth, for purity, for a connection with the Creator. He began withdrawing from society more frequently, seeking solitude in the Cave of Hira, nestled in the rocky hills of Jabal Nur, the mountain of light. There, he would meditate for hours, even days, reflecting, praying, searching. 2. The night of the first revelation, visual of night sky, Cave of Hira. It was a month of Ramadan, in the year 610 CE. Muhammad was 40 years old, alone in the cave on a quiet night. Something extraordinary happened. Suddenly, the silence was shattered. A powerful presence filled the cave. The angel Jibreel, Gabriel, appeared before him and said, "Iqra, read." The prophet, who was unlettered, replied, "I am not one who reads." The angel embraced him tightly, then released him again and repeated, "Iqra." Again, the same reply, and again the third time. Then, the angel recited the first verses of the Quran. "Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq," read in the name of your Lord who created man from a clinging substance. Read, and your Lord is the most generous, who taught by the pen, taught man that which he knew not. Surah Al-Alaq, verses 1 to 5. These were first divine words revealed to mankind after centuries of spiritual darkness. 3. The prophet descended from the cave. The experience was overwhelming, terrifying, awe-inspiring. The prophet descended from the mountain, his heart trembling. He rushed home to his beloved wife Khadijah, seeking comfort and protection. He cried out to her, cover me," and she wrapped him in a blanket. When he calmed down, he described everything he had experienced. He feared for his life. He didn't yet know what this meant. 4. Khadijah's support, reassurance, and wisdom. But Khadijah, wise and faithful, comforted him with words that would become timeless. Never, by Allah, Allah will never disgrace you. You maintain family ties, you bear the burdens of others, you help the poor, you are generous to guests, and you assist those in distress. To seek clarity, Khadijah took him to her cousin Waraqah ibn Nawfal, a learned Christian who had knowledge of the scriptures. After hearing the prophet's account, Waraqah confirmed, "This is the same angel that came to Moses. I wish I were young so I could help you when your people drive you out." Surprised, the prophet asked, "Will they drive me out?" And Waraqah replied, "Yes, never has a man brought what you will bring, without facing enmity." 5. A new mission begins. From that moment, the life of Muhammad, may the peace and blessing of Allah be upon him, was no longer just his own. He was now the messenger of Allah. The mission had begun, a mission to call humanity back to the worship of one God, Allah, with no partners, to purify the soul, to uplift the oppressed, to unite mankind under justice and mercy. He was now the seal of the prophets, chosen to carry the final revelation, the Quran. The message that began in the cave spread across Arabia, then Africa, Asia, and the entire globe. Today, over 1 billion hearts carry the same words that were first heard in the stillness of the Cave of Hira. Read, In the name of your Lord, the light that dawned that night continues to shine. This was the first revelation. This was the beginning of prophethood. And this was the first step in the divine mercy that is Islam. Don't forget to subscribe and watch our next episode.